Hello, everyone. We are back. Episode 5, mid-battle. We have... Well, it's funny. I just got a call from my resident rules lawyer, Joe Gibson, who plays and helps us along Friday night. I actually asked him to watch the stream. Him and our other up-and-coming GM, Jared Mercer, going, you know what? It sucks not to get that ruling in a week. And just having you can leave us messages. You guys know the rules. I'm talking to you, fans, friends, new friends. Put it in there. You know, if it looks good to me, I'll look into it on the spot. But we do have some outside help so that things can go better along and you are not stuck waiting. Welcome back to Monster Interrupted and DM Interrupted. He literally phoned me. I told him to encourage him to actually do it. We are here. Let's go back to the battle board. It is episode 5, top of round 2. To set the scene, a giant L-shaped room that starts 30 feet wide going up, and they're all piling up in the sort of Krusker corner, in the northwest corner. And in the center of the northwest corner, we're looking at like this 20 by 15-ish, 20-ish pile of rubble that's a triangle shape, flat on the west side and slightly coming down the north and sharply coming up from south to east. On top of it, we have our little Bane Giver mixing up with the monk, which is one little mischievous fae. On the south side of this pile, we have a flat sliding maggot that's giving flanking penalties, which is flat-footed, which we just learned. Thank you, Joe. To Belladonna, our champion. But even though the orc charged and missed with his tux against that second flanking, apparently the penalties still apply. And a skeleton has been summoned, and I believe you said you wanted to place him right here. So I knew, and we'll put him as a friendly. I guess he's kind of friendly. A new enters the fray. So, starting with Astra, and then Bella Luna. Astra, what do you wish to do? What do you wish to do? This guy went prone at your feet.
Can I shoot him while he's prone there?
Sure.
Should I draw?
Yeah, that's like the best part of this game. It's like there's no more provoking attacks unless you think this guy's a fighter and will provoke, but nope, he's prone. So Fae number 3, give me one moment to give him the actual prone condition, which will up your chances, I'm sure. Now, if it's anything like the old days, laying flat actually gives me cover from, like from ranged. It's sucky against melee, but against ranged, you might actually have a harder time shooting him while I'm, and I did not do that on purpose, I promise.
Yeah, no, that's what I was wondering if that was going to be an issue, because if so, I'll just drop my bow and pull my rapier. Okay,
now, also, fists are a thing, which means you guys can just kick him. D4 real damage until he gets up, and then you can go back to shooting if you wish. If you're hesitant to lose said bow.
Sure, I'll kick him.
Yeah, if you're hesitant to lose said bow, I don't see why, that can't be a thing. Give him a couple whacks. Or, lean over and punch with your non-arrow fletching hand, boosh.
Okay. So do you want me to roll?
Yeah. And how many punches are we given here? Like, you want to go right down the line, 1, 2, 3, or just a couple? That third punch is always, asking for a critical fail.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, at least 2.
Mm-hmm. 2, and then you can always move back and get back in your missiling if you wish, or, however you want to play this out. Okay, so while she's punching away, talk to us, Bella Luna. What do you wish to do?
I would like to take a 5-foot step to the east.
Okay.
So I'm no longer flanked.
Difficult terrain lies to the east. You'd have to go southeast or directly south, I'm afraid. Because you'd be stepping onto log. Now, if you want to take a movement stride and burn one of your actions, no problem. If you want the freebie step, it has to be clear terrain. Just saying.
I'll burn an action.
Okay, so we'll get back to you, because I see she's kicking away. Astra, what'd you get?
Okay, so I hit him for 20.
Okay, so in your actions, and you actually have like a D4, should be actual weapon in your actions tab, or whack away.
So 6 points.
Oh, geez. You're not very nice. Boot. And this is Faye. Now, not for the podcast, but for the actual folks on our live stream, you'll notice everyone has like a little health, not bar, but health dot. Green is good, orange, yellow, and she's kicked him from, healthy to not doing so great all of a sudden. You guys will notice the cut. But take note of that in yourselves, like who's wounded, right? That dot's an indicator that, maybe Bob's not doing so well and you should like run over, give him a hand. So 1 boot, are we done? Or do you want to keep a booting?
No.
Okay, fine, be that way.
Keep booting.
Keep a booting.
I will, thank you. I almost died.
By your own hands, I might add. Too soon? Sorry.
Shut up. Nobody asked you. 17.
Nicely done. And the D4 damage?
52.
All right, you pulled that crap in Star Wars. I don't want to hear that. It was like making
another
up
6.
Making up damage. 6 points. Okay. This thing slides down, falls at her feet, and not only does she manage just to put the boots to it, she beats him into like unconsciousness, and he stops moving.
One way to let out frustration.
Yeah, really. Haven't hit much with the bow,
Not
but
going to die.
his boots are made for walking. Which brings us to Bella Luna. So, burning actions to climb that hill. Climb that log.
Yep.
Okay. Slide on over there, and what happens next to you?
Take a swing.
Okay. 1, 2, 4.
Sure you don't want to use your boots? They worked before.
Yeah, well, well, that's an Elven, must be an Elven thing, right? Those Elven chicks with these boots, man. Boot. The extra
17.
curly pointy toes. Why, yes. You're hitting up yourself with the -1 because you're sickened?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's 8 to hit.
Well, you seem to be doing fine. 8 damage on a 17 hit. You're doing spectacularly well. Stabbing, jabbing, and nastily going away. Now, these effects, triggers, usually you get 1 per turn, but it has to come back to, I believe, my turn, not yours. So even though you triggered it on your turn, I believe it has to come all the way back to the maggot before that thing resets, so it doesn't barf up on you a second time. Pretty sure that's how that works. I can just see Joe nodding because we argued about it on another show, but that's brand new show. So stabbing away at this thing, it's getting wobbly. It's thrashing and getting angry, but it's not dead yet. What do you want to do? One last?
Gonna try another hit.
Well, we did one with penalty out of the gate, but that's your primary. And risk a secondary?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have it. I believe in you. Note the gray t-shirt, because the DM is neutral. No favoritism and no picking on, certain people.
Oh, this won't work. 10.
No, that's a solid miss, but at least it's not a critical. Moving down to our ape-like monkey man, Noel.
Oh, we are going to continue on with the Gorilla Slam.
All right. Have at him. Argrin, you're on deck. Get ready.
Oh, look at that. 24.
Okay.
Nice.
Now, you are suffering a Bane effect, so I need you to take a -1 to everything you do. Not that that's going to help me, but just plug -1 into the modifier there until I tell you the way. No, it's fine. I'd forgotten about it, but 23 is still awesome. And can I have the damage, sir?
Do I take a -1 for that as well?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's like skills and hits and things.
So that would be a 1d8. It did give me a -1 because I had it in the modifier. So it would be a 6 plus a 3, so it should be a 9.
Okay. Typing it into the chat. Does Bane affect damage? Wake up. Wake up, chat, all you satellite rules lawyers. You don't expect me to know the rules. I'm just the GM. Right. Sorry. Moving on. Nice hit, sir. Anything else? Keep going?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So shift on down to second attack, which is not going to be such big bonuses. Don't forget your -1 because you have been baned. Bane on you. It's the opposite of bless.
I thought Bane was in Batman.
No. You can't hit me, monk. That's pretty much the effect. Critical miss.
No.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well,
I got one more, so let's try it. And yes, I understand we have my penalties.
Well, with said critical miss, the kind thing to do is just say you swing wide, you lose your balance, and it costs you an action. Otherwise, the DM's allowed to get creative. And unless you're rolling a natural one, or it's the guy against you has a name, I'm hesitant to use the fumble cards. We'll use, the crit cards as much as I can, but not for like every last minute. The fumble cards are rather nasty, and we were pulling them out for every single crit last show, and it just became ridiculous. So let's just say that as you're pounding away, the little bit of rubble around you shifts and starts covering your boots, and you need to readjust, and it costs you your third action. Which brings us to Nargrin. What do you wish to do?
Oh,
Your new friend summoned.
First, let's see here. Is Mischievous Fate 2 flying up in the air, or is it down on ground level with us?
They are up, like they're elevated on those piles. Number 2?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Like,
I'm not giving him higher ground bonuses at this point because it's difficult terrain. You can't really utilize that,
All right, sounds good. So I am going to get my skeleton. It's a skeleton guard, so nothing too special.
Okay. I will tell you this. If an archer climbed to the top of the pile and shot down across the room, I would consider a bonus. But for melee, he's right there. It's like, the piles of rubble aren't so bad.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll get my skeleton guard there. He's going to pull out a scimitar.
Now, do you have to burn your actions to get him to do stuff?
I don't think so. I can't see anywhere where it says it. I think they are separate entities, but I can't see where
I don't mean like it costs you your whole turn and you're sitting there like Xavier going, do it, but it may cost you a single action to direct it going, attack, and then it leaves you 2 actions open to do whatever you want.
Yeah, it doesn't... I'm looking at the rule here for Anime Dead. It doesn't really say how the control of it works. So.
All right, well, for right now, we're going to have to wing it. Get a little backfeed from somebody there. Careful. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with your actual skeleton.
All right, well, I'll use one of my actions. We'll say it costs an action to make it attack that I'm not over gaming. So I'll use one of my actions to command the skeleton.
Okay. Now it says a raw skeleton comes out. Like this thing has claws. I don't think they pop out with weapons.
I wasn't sure. I just know it says a skeleton that's a level 1.
Yeah,
so,
it's a level -1.
Yeah,
it's actually,
a skeleton guard was in the sheet here. I'm not sure what can be summoned. I don't know if I get a choice.
I have one from the actual ruins. I'm using the skeletal guard from and it's at -1, and like it would make more sense that not necessarily it's just a body. It may not be like
claws.
Yeah, it might just be the wall. Okay. Not that that's anything to shrug at. Trust me. You know what I mean?
So I'll make a claw attack at the
Fae.
Yeah, the Fae.
Okay, so now Fae number 2 here, dun 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 dun, and forgive me while we're talking, I'm trying to like simultaneously so I'm not burning up too much clock time. He's flat-footed because you set him up. I don't think we mentioned this. You set up the skeleton on the top of the hill on this angle to actually help the monk flank. And away he goes. So with a single claw attack at 23, critically raking its claws, it lunges at the unsuspecting Fae. This thing climbs out of the debris pile right behind the little Fae that baned our monk and just rips into the back of him with 2d4 instead of 1d4, +4 for 7 points of damage. And the little mischievous Fae number 2 goes, well, he has a little nap. Down he falls. Now, I'm going to remove the guys that have fallen because without natural healing, they could take 10 minutes or more to wake up, even if they stabilize. which gives you guys lots of time to either finish them or just leave them and they wake up and, you know, possibly crawl away. I don't know what our stature is on, you know, clearing the dead in the battlefield, but for right now, just so things are a little clearer, these dudes just become bodies and therefore more difficult terrain. Isn't that fun? Because, you know, it's my favorite thing now. So, Mr. Skeleton is done unless you wish him to move.
So can I get him to move over and make another attack, or is that it for my...
he can just...
If I waste all 3 of my actions to make him do all those 3 things.
Well, I don't know if you're wasting. You can direct him on one act, like on one opponent, right? Yeah. So chung chung chung. Now you want to use an action to like end this guy, you know, just attack everything. Sure. Now he's going to take a -5 penalty on the second one because I am lining up, you know, they are secondary, tertiary.
What I was going to do is I was going to actually get him to move over 1 square first, so I'm flanking with that maggot and then do the attack.
Okay. Yep, that would be all he's got though, because that's his.
He can attack as well.
No, that's his stride, and then he does his attack, and he's done.
Yes, that's exactly. Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, okay. But with a 10, I'm afraid that is a no-go. He swings, and Mr. Rubbery-eyed, you know, is not so easily downed. However, I will make the little maggot flat-footed and slim, as you know, we're going to call him. We're getting a lot of backwash from somebody there. Slim, as we're going to call him, is done. Who's left for the bad guys? Well, he has. I got like one Fey and 1 maggot standing. All right.
Can't stop us.
All right. So, with the sword, I'm gonna have a go instead of at Bellaluna, switching targets to you, sir. Striking at you with an 11 and misses, and I'll even take my chances with a... Actually, he strikes at you with a sword and misses, and then starts cursing at you, as in like, you know, cursing your name, hey, orc, and starts waggling his fingers around and tries to cast his little bane. Can I have a willpower save from you, sir?
Yes, you can.
Willpower. I can actually...
You cannot break my will.
Oh, there we go. It actually did it this time. Notice in the chat there?
Ah, the critical save or critical success.
Yeah, yeah. Now you did it yourself with your 25, but it actually said save DC 25. It did. We actually rolled the same. Fantasy
No,
Grounds
I was gonna say like all I did was roll the will thing in my window. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing
And I was saying is you rolled a natural 20 and got 25. Okay. I activated the spell which had targeted you, and it actually comes up and says how you... We actually got the same rolls. It's funny. Critical success against Bane. I wonder if that will make you immune. It's because...
Oh no, I double clicked the button, so I rolled twice by accident.
Oh, okay. So, oh, maybe because I was actually hitting you with the spell, and then it took your will save as, oh, that must be for this effect. Don't see anything here if you actually critically save, sir. So, yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
But hey, you feel good about yourself. You're certainly not intimidated by this little dude or his crappy little magic that you said you don't like very much. And he's...
Actually, you know what? Mm-hmm. That's an anathema to my instinct, is if I let an insult go, like if I just don't do anything about it.
Oh, yeah?
Then I don't get to use my rage.
Oh, cool.
Or my draconic part of the rage.
I'm afraid he didn't get to do much against you right now. However, moving down the line and bringing us to our oversized maggot, which is going to attack. Attack. My phone's going crazy. I'm hoping this is like relevant stuff. Yep. Joe's texting me now, you know, instead of, he doesn't want to disrupt the flight to, you know, have at it, man, you know, help correct us. Well, we want to keep this on the up and up. So, coming back to my turn, and that resets. So now if somebody strikes me again, I could possibly do something about it. But for right now, it's just going to use its little wee mandibles and try to attack the actual person. I'm attacking you, Belladonna. I got a critical miss with a natural 1, and you have a name. You're a named creature. So I'm going to pull a card from the deck. Melee.
It's Bellaluna.
Bellaluna.
He was doing so well.
He was.
Tastes like you taste
I'm
like
not a flower.
lethal flower.
Just make a little song out of it, and you'll remember.
Maybe.
My weapons. Oh, I guess it's unarmed. There we go. This attack grants and triggers a trip or shove as a reaction by your enemy. So this thing lines itself up and tries to attack you and gets itself so far out of line going for your legs, you get a free chance if you want to shove it back or just trip it so it goes prone. Your choice.
Okay. So I can attack it or trip it?
You get a chance to shove it or trip it as a freebie.
Okay. I guess try and trip it.
Okay. Give me a d20. Oh, sorry. Give me athletics. It's I think it's reflex or fortitude. It's like wrestling. We're getting into the wrestling.
18.
Getting into the wrestling. That would beat anything I can offer except for fortitude. So yoink and flip and down he goes and he's prone. Well, actually, I still am prone. Did I give him prone still? No, this is somebody new. I'm prone and I'm flanked. All these penalties on this poor little maggot. Oh, you guys are so mean.
Good.
All right. Yeah, so badly and end up flipped up down on my first attack. I am going to spend all my actions to try to get up. I don't think.
Just imagining the Jerry Worm episode from Rick and Morty.
How's that?
Jerry, the character Jerry in Rick and Morty, he's like the dad. He like gets a bunch of like clones start being made of him, and they're all like slugs that just kind of like cower in fear. This slug is totally pulling a Jerry right now.
He does, but I do have actions left, which I'm actually going to use to right myself. So he's back up and standing, but it wasted like all my consecutive attacks, which brings us down to Matt. Craig.
Back to me.
Craig. What do you want to do? Ending round 2.
Does it cost an action to pull out my maul?
Yes, it does.
Yes. Okay.
Unless you have the quick draw feat.
I do not. So I draw my maul, my two-hander, and I'm going to swing on Mischievous Fey number 4, the one I missed with my tusk attack, and he's laughing at me and trying to bane me. And I miss again.
Swing and a miss. You pull your weapon. You take a big swing. You still have an action left. Your rage is still burning. Say your rage is burning.
Come on.
Dude used magic on you. Like, you really hate that. We know this now. And you're going to do what about it?
And I critical miss.
And you critically miss. Okay, you know what?
I rolled 3 for both my rolls, for both my attacks.
I think since we've done several crits, it might be time for a card. You know, if he's a magic caster, maybe he has a name. His name is Floyd. You're in your third attack. I don't have an attack for you to spend, and we don't want to carry the next round. So let's talk about melee attacks. You drop one item you were holding, determined randomly by the GM. Randomly, huh? All right. How about this? I want you to roll percentage for me, Spiegler. Right click on the 10-sided, and you'll see the percentage dice at the 11 o'clock position. And once you left click on it, hovering dice will come up and you can pop them in there. Okay, 82. If I beat your roll, 79. Oh, so close. I was going to say, I'm going to have you drop your maul, but you don't. So instead, your belt buckle and your pants fall down. No, I'm just kidding. Some interesting gear that falls off in battle that you may or may not even know you go missing until you're several rooms later, which brings us to round 3. Astra, you are up. Bella Luna, not the plant. You are planted in position and you go next. Astra, what do you want to do? Dude in front of you is not moving. Shout out to Son of Chaos 1364. Thanks. Really love your shows. Oh, thanks, man.
What's up, Soft Chaos?
Soft Chaos? Son of Chaos.
We won't hold it against you. It's just an orc.
No, I'm sorry. You will find Matt Spiegler, when he joins our Discord, he's going to be called Soft Chaos from now on. I want you to take that as your moniker.
I agree.
I am totally taking back this crit fail, and you have to call yourself Soft Chaos as many media or any social media that has to do with Rollmongers from now on, sir.
Sounds good.
Soft Chaos, because he tries so hard, but, you know, softly in that good night. So, getting back to Astra.
It works so well.
Because, you know, the whole show's about Spiegler. Astra, what do you want to do? Dude in front of you's not moving. Our opponents are dropping left, right, and center, but you still have movement, shots, anything you wish.
Okay, I'm going to move.
Okay. Now, if you head forward, right, and slide on the wall, those loose rocks or whatever, not considered difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain?
No, like there is a there's like a sort of hard path in between with some light debris. The monk kind of got up on the corner of it, so you know it's penalizing him. But if you move one forward,
this is where I want to end up in the east. There.
Okay, so 1 forward. 2, 3, 4 to the east. Well, okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20 to put you east. 25 puts you here, and that's a single move. Now you want to...
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, because any more we're going to start messing around with more difficult terrain and blah, blah,
No,
blah.
that's okay. I can still
Yeah, you want to shoot the maggot?
The slug.
Okay, so it just gets to its feet. And, unfortunately for it, as she's spooning on, right? Okay. Oh, there we go.
There we go. 8. I missed.
not just any kind of miss. Natural 1. You take your shot, but you do have actions left. So I'm going to say that this critical, because it's not just critical miss like missing by 10, it's a natural 1. This critical miss, I will give you a choice.
I didn't even see that.
A card, or you just burn the rest of your round, because that's 2
I'll
actions.
just burn my rest of the round. Thank you very much.
Fine. Get you next time. Bella Luna, you are up.
Take another swing. 9.
Longswords, elves, or some not. You started off so you're trying to find a spot so it doesn't barf on you, right? Like it's like the last time I hit this thing, I got sick. It got sick. We all got sick. Well, I got good news. You're no longer flat-footed, so I'll take that off you. Anything else you wish to do?
Try it again.
Okay, you can do it.
No, I can't.
With what?
2.
Okay, call the number, then pout. All right. Some movement, perhaps, or are we done?
No, I'm done.
Okay. Really don't recommend that third attack, because like I said, you're just asking for it. Mr. Bender. And I don't mean the robot, but no, Cognol Adantamitine. He texted me before I made this character going, what's the strongest metal? I'm like, oh, Amidite, Adantine, you know, the hard star metal. Right. And into the name it went. If only I'd known. So Bender it is. Monkey Bender, what do you want to do? The guy on top of the pile stops moving. The skeleton arises in front and then claws him and starts making his way to... Oh, wait a minute. It's not attacking you. It turns on the maggot. Do you have occult or arcane? Do you have any idea this thing's an ally? Well, I guess Nargrim is actually like now yelling at it in common or magic going, move, go, my slave, you know.
Well, I have plain old boring, untrained occultism, but I would assume that you are likely correct that somebody is feeding instructions to this mere skeletal creature. And since it appears to be attacking the enemy, I believe that I will not attack it.
See what it goes, but you may not trust it yet, right?
Yeah, well,
get to know it, you know.
Sometimes you got to roll the hard 6.
I want to change his name from Slim to Atkins, like the diet, and then he has a name and I can do crits and fumbles and, you know. He'll be party member of the month soon enough. Anyway, what do you want to do?
Very low on carbs.
Very low on carbs. Eh?
Very low. So he's going to be a Keto Atkins?
Keto Atkins. That was the next skeleton he was going to summon. Don't burn through all my names in like one round. So what?
I'm sure we'll have time. So I got a couple. So let's see. What do we got here? We got this little.
Okay, so you've got difficult terrain, which means every step you take counts as double the movement. So you're kind of it doesn't mean you can't. I'm just saying, like with 25 feet, for instance, like this first step is 10, and then 20, and then you can attack.
Yeah, okay, so let's do that.
Okay.
Which I just need to, that'll get me close enough.
Yeah, sure.
And we're going, so is that one action or two that you just took? Two?
That's one stride of a full move, so you're fine.
That's one.
You have 2 actions left.
All right, so
slam away.
I'm just trying to get over my die here. Oh, look at that. 10 plus 5 for 15.
Very nice. And it hits.
Excellent, excellent. So we get a 6 plus 3 for a 9 of damage.
Oh, very nice. He just comes over on the back of it, and you know the old orangutan knuckles works every time, man. Just wails on this thing, and it regurgitates, and everybody within 5 feet, except Atkins, our undead, doesn't really have breath. I would like a fortitude save from our monk and our champion, please, as he wails on this thing.
7.
Aww.
The dice hate me.
What's that?
13. Lucky 13.
Okay,
the skeleton chatters its teeth.
So you gain the condition sickened 1.
Nice.
Atkins mocks you. Can I have that again, Troy? That's awesome. And Bella Luna goes from sickened 2 down to sickened 3. If there's such a thing. Taking -3 and everything. Oh, it pukes. Belladonna pukes up Bella Luna or one or the other, and yeah, it just becomes a barf fest. And I believe you have 1 attack left, sir.
I do.
It stops moving. Like this thing actually does like a death roll, blah, but.
So, any life at all?
You can move again. Funny enough, you could take a moment to see if it's got any life in it. Remember last time something played dead? You could just attack it and finish it off, or you know. Or you can just move on.
Let's see. Well, we got the skeleton dude there. So how far can I go? I can only go 5, right?
No. You can. It's just saying difficult terrain counts as double movement, so like 5 costs you 10, so coming next to this thing costs you 10, coming next to your buddy here costs you another 5, and you're good.
Okay, let's do that.
Does that make sense? Like instead of like moving a stretch of 25 feet, some of these squares are costing you doubles, like 10 each as opposed to 5 each.
Right, and each action would give me a stride of 30, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, okay, so we're good.
Okay, so you move straight up there, and you're pretty sure it's taken care of. All right, brings us to Nargrim.
All right, so this creature here is dying. Can my skeleton get over to this other fae?
Yeah, you can tell it to start moving around or finish it off. You want somebody to just do the ketchup bottle, make sure this thing's done, or we'll leave that honor to the champion who suffered so much.
We'll leave the honor to the champion.
Okay.
I'm gonna get him to go attack the thing. Looks like it's alive. So
okay, so scampering sideways is 10, coming down the pile is 20, and then stepping off the pile in the clear is 25. Stepping back into is another 10, 20. Yeah, it can get into position with 2 full strides and then have like a single attack against this thing.
Sure, let's do that. Let's surround it and give it a good old whack. So
do you really want to take that away from our friend though? Nothing.
I've got plans, don't worry.
Okay.
Give it a good old claw attack.
Alrighty. 1 claw to go. Swipe and a miss. It's all right. Took so much time getting over there. What about you, sir? What do you?
Out of breath.
Anything you want to do? Because you directing it really, I think, is only like 1 action. You have actions left if you want to at least move, right?
I guess I'll move up 10, 15, no, I guess 10 feet here to here. Now, can I attack as well?
Yeah, but your Krega, your orc, is giving him a +1 shield bonus. Just to say,
I was gonna say, can I fire? Could I fire an arrow at the or a blow dart at the maggot?
Sure. Just to be sure.
Well, it only deals 1 damage. Would that be enough or no? I don't even know.
Oh yeah, this thing doesn't seem to be resisting attacks like that. I was just saying it has a rubbery hide. It's like, you know.
I'll save it. It's okay. I'll save it for someone else to finish it off with.
Okay. You just happy your new friend is romping around having a good time, right?
Exactly.
So much fun, right? You've got Lucy is there with like little pom poms cheering it on. Go.
Pretty much.
Keeping score, flipping scoreboard on.
I just want to be within 30 feet of my skeleton to kind of keep talking to him. So
yeah, keep it going, right?
Yep.
You can do it. So proud of you. This is what happens when gremlins can't have children. They just start branching out and adopting. Ugh. All right. Bringing us down to the last dude. Well, he bravely puffs up his chest and bails by, I'm going to flee. 5, 10, 15, 20. How fast can I go? I better check my movement here. What's my movement? I believe it's 25 feet like everybody else. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Out the door. See you later. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5. No, I can't get to there. I'm going to have to go through the door. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5 action to open the door and finish my movement. 15, 20. So he runs off through Craig's door. Never knew you shouldn't have trusted that door. And the maggot doesn't move, which brings us down to Craig.
Just a sec.
Okay. He's pondering. Bring us back up to Astra. Before Craig will settle up, and I'm guessing he's probably going to run off towards it, but Astra, what do you wish to do when Craig gets his head on straight? Things stop moving. Things are fleeing. I mean, the battle is pretty much won, but still.
Okay. I guess I move closer to everybody else.
Okay. Taking your time, skirting your way up. There's a lot of terrain going on here. Craig, you're back. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You gonna chase this guy down or let him go? That would be 2 you let go. We're just gonna start piling up somewhere in a room. I've literally saved both of these dudes on this tracker. They'll just pile up.
That little turd's not worth it. I'm gonna stick with the party.
All right, awesome. And he vanishes, which brings us to another victory. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to command the skeleton to go over and give Craig a hug.
Okay. Craig, this skeleton.
Love the magic, buddy. Love the magic. Here it comes.
I look at it with my like crazy red glowing eyes because I'm still like in a rage, and then like
bad touch.
My rage slowly dies. My rage slowly dies down as
you find the undead hug calming. Really, I thought you'd lose your crap. Bad touch. No. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay, thank you. It just like rocks with you. It just starts, you know, like, you imagine it's you certainly get him to go up and hug him. And Craig freaks out. His eyes glow and he looks down, and then the skeleton just starts rocking him gently. And the battle ends on a very awkward note. Thanks for that. Let's talk about experience points. We usually use the milestone version in this and most of my games so that people aren't tempted just to chop stuff up. But the actual adventure warns me that milestones they can be used, but it's very difficult because of the dynamic of the levels. So we are going to actually use XP and let's talk about all the experience points that you guys have gained so far. Now, the obvious stuff, I mean, there could be minor awards, like make little, oh, you get a hero point for that, which is really life-saving as opposed to just being 10 XP up on the other guy. We talked about how XP works. Do you guys remember?
We all get it regardless.
Yeah.
Split the party.
Even if the party splits up a little bit, it's a nice sort of share and share. Instead of going 1,000 second level, 3,000 to third level, 5,000 to fifth, you guys count up from 0. You get experience points. When you hit 1,000, you turn it into a level, you cash it in, and it resets to 0. But every level only costs you 1,000 XP. And every time you guys get to 1,000, you cash it all in and you guys can level. With, of course, the appropriate training montages. I would like some things to lean into a story, exposure, research. You carry a book on nature lore, you're reading it. You tell me you were constantly reading, not mid-battle, but, every time downtime, reading. Then you start pulling druid archetypes out of your ass. That makes sense because you've been working your way towards it. If you're just like, I'm the crazy guy that does all this stuff, and you know what? I think it's Tuesday, I've leveled, I'm now a bard. You've never sang, you never performed, you never... it's a harder sell. Now, in the rules, you guys can just kind of take what you want. So if you guys have your eye on something in the future, I'd like you to discuss it with me, and then we can role play it out and then start working towards to give the audience some hints to where you guys are leaning. So the first encounter, carry on and defeating 3 misfits because even if they run away, it's considered, yeah. We're a couple of misfits, not a couple of nitwits. That's how we fit in. Defeat is considered a success. You do not have to run it down to get the XP. You just have to drive it off, which is kind of funny because it could actually reset for another, XP encounter later. So totaling things like 40 for the first encounter, 50 for the next, it will start running up. Now, funny enough, they usually, in the last adventure I read, they would go, they did this, they get this, cash in. They're not. They're actually having me, and this encourages work on my part, going to the monster manuals, looking at how much they're worth, and yada, yada, yada. So we will, the beginning of next episode, we will talk about how much XP has everyone got, and it'll give you guys a week to discuss amongst yourselves, should anyone get any bonus XP for good role-playing, smart tactics, or MVP. Now, you guys shouldn't just pat each other on the back constantly to try and jack that number up. It does have to be something clever, surprising, not the obvious. Something emerges, we all surround it. Okay, that's good tactics, but it's like that's not extra clever, right? Nargrin popping a skeleton up into a flanking position, that's smart. I'm going to give Nargrin an extra 5 XP for that. Certain role-playing moments, that kind of thing. But we'll get into it as we go. And we will see you all next time on Monster Interrupted. Episode 6 is coming up. Good job, guys. Say goodnight, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
everyone.
Mr. Bender, parting words of wisdom from our monk.
Always wear rain boots in a rainstorm.
Nothing about carrying extra packets of hair dye?
No.
Like that would have
maybe an umbrella, and then your hair dye won't run out of your beard.
Get one of those little baggies and you can like tape it up with elastic.
That is a very good idea. Kind of like when you want to put a bag over your cast when you're in the shower.
Yeah.
So a little beard baggie would work really well.
Dude, if you go back to town and buy a bathing cap, one for your head, one for your beard, I will totally give you 5 XP for role playing if you can work that into the story somehow. Good night, everybody.